Alright. Hey, Stephanie here, Kayla's mom. Today I wanted to talk to you about acne. I've been getting it since I was 14. I'm now acne free, and so I've learned some things along the way that I thought maybe would help you. So, I used to get acne really bad on my forehead. Thought for a long time it was just hormones, but it wasn't actually. It was conditioner. One of the things that I did, I conditioned my whole head, and I conditioned my forehead, my back, and everything, and so I would get acne in those areas. And I decided at some point to not condition this part of my head. It was unnecessary, it was the healthiest part of my hair, and it didn't tangle. So I just started conditioning the body of my hair, and after a few weeks, I saw my acne started to disappear on my forehead. And eventually, I had no acne on my forehead. And so once in a while, though, I will break out on my back. And what I'll do is I condition the body of my hair, and then I will, after I rinse it out, I will, wash my back. And I notice that minimizes the acne, and a lot of times I just won't get acne on my back anymore. All right. Next thing, my chin. Didn't know what the heck it was, but I finally figured out that it's from greasy foods. I love to eat out. I used to eat out a lot. Now I eat out about once a week, and that's it. But when you're eating greasy foods, a lot of times it gets on your chin, and it will sit there and cause you to break out.
And
so
soak up in your chin, and it just your skin reacts to it and not in a pretty way. It's like your skin doesn't like the grease from the food.
Yeah. So when you eat it, if you are someone who eats it all the time and you're just not going to be able to give it up or whatever, try paying attention to that area and cleaning it, while you're eating. That might sound dumb, but a lot of us just eat and we're not really using the napkins,
Right,
so.
like, be clean, wipe your chin.
Yeah, but your diet is a huge contributor to the acne. So, if you're really having issues with acne all over your face, you might really want to try to not eat so much fast food and try to cook at home. I know it's hard and it's time consuming, but it really is, it is the best option. So, at any rate, right, us ladies,
like makeup.
love our makeup, right?
Well, some.
Not everybody, but some of us.
I saw that coming.
So, I used to wear cheap makeup, and my foundations probably cost about $12. They used to. Since I have changed my makeup, it has made a huge difference in my skin. Like, I don't break out anymore. And that's how big of a deal it was. When you figure I broke out on my chin, my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, I was breaking out everywhere. So I figured I'd share some products that I have that you should try. There's Makeup Forever Ultra HD. That is what I use, and I will put that down at the bottom for you guys. If you buy a big bottle of it, it's about $40. So that's how expensive it is.
Very expensive.
And I understand that money can be a problem. So one of the things I do, I go onto eBay because, I only have so much money as well. And I get samples. And usually I can get 3 samples for about $15, somewhere around there.
That's kind of cheap.
Those 3 samples will probably last me about 3 months, to be honest.
Like, each one is a month.
But for what it does for my face, it's amazing. I would rather get expensive makeup than have acne. Glow Minerals. This is a powder, and it's absolutely amazing. It is so amazing that, I used to, when I had acne, I'd put on layers and layers and layers of the powder that I was using, and I still wouldn't get the coverage that I needed. This powder right here, I can use it once, and then I would take a press brush like I have here. I don't know if you can see it, but I do want them to see this. I know people do this. I don't know if it makes a difference or not.
Yes, it makes a big difference. So it's flat, and it does better than other brushes.
So the thing about this brush, okay, so you don't have to video that anymore. The thing about this brush is you put it into the powder and then you target the spots you want to target, and it's amazing the coverage that you will get instead of putting 5 layers of powder on your face.
That would just make it worse.
It does, and it makes your face look cakey on top of bumpy, and you don't want that.
You don't want it to look like cakey. Like, you know what a cake looks like?
So anyways, try it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. But you do have to give it time. Don't expect to see a difference probably within a month. You are looking at 6 months. Even when you're talking about changing your diet or whatever it is, it takes time. So at any rate, the other thing is a blush.
Yes.
One of the things that I noticed, so I broke out here all the time. I was like, what the heck? And I would get my biggest pimples there, and I'd mess with them, and then I'd have scabs on my face, and it just looked absolutely gross.
How big would they be? Like, you say big, and I don't know how big they would actually be.
Do I even want to admit that? I don't know.
I don't know.
So see the bottom of this? How round that is?
Yes.
I mean, my scabs would be that big. You know what I mean? So anyways, you can get away from
That's
that.
how big that would be.
So it was ridiculous. And then I would put the powder on my face and it'd make it look that much worse. So it would almost be better for me to go into school or wherever I was going.
Without makeup on.
Yeah.
It just makes it worse. You just want to look better than worse.
But I had uneven skin tone and all that stuff, and I didn't have the beautiful complexion that some of these girls have. So that wasn't
Beautiful or whatever you call it for now. Well,
Okay.
right now.
So, one of the things though, if you're just breaking out on your cheeks and not your whole face, you might want to consider the blush that you're using. I used to use really cheap blush. Maybe I'd buy it from the dollar store. Maybe I'd buy it from Walgreens, but it surely wasn't more than $5. You know what I mean?
Everything that's cheap isn't good to use. I just gotta tell you. You always break out when something's cheap, because if something's cheap, they're telling you that it's not good to use.
So yeah, you want to go for quality. So anyways, I use a blush that's called Mineral Blush Autumn Glow. Again, I will put the description down below for you guys. This stuff, I just absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. So anyways, think about the makeup that you're using. You know, again, really try to go for expensive. The more expensive, you know, the better your face is going to be. You know, it's going to be more healthy. Okay. Now, everybody knows that you are supposed to clean your face when you get home.
Yes.
Right? And some of us go home and decide that we are going to use, you know,
baby wipes
or a makeup cleanser or something like that. But a lot of times it has like alcohol in it, and it will cause your face to be dry. So then you'll turn around and then you have to buy, you know, a lotion to now moisturize your face. But then that moisturizer a lot of times is a contributor to your acne. So water really is your best friend, not just drinking it, but putting it on your face. So usually, honestly, I come home, I get a wet washcloth, I wipe my face off, and that's literally like all I do. And
You're fine off. You're fine.
I know I'm fine. Like, I really don't break out. So I don't need all this makeup cleanser and all this stuff that people try to market you. Now, lotion, I will tell you, because sometimes I do go tanning, and there's also months, like especially the winter months, I am more prone to have dry skin, and so I really do need to moisturize. And honestly, I got this as a Christmas like stocking stuffer, and it's called Dermacell Labs apparently, and it's cocoa butter, and I don't break out. But what I will tell you is I'll only use it for about 3 days, and then I'll break for maybe 2-3 days, and then I'll use it again for 3 days if need be. But I do take breaks in between the lotion.
So like, why would you need that? Wait, does it like make your skin moist?
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, that's why they gave it at Christmas, because at Christmas usually people get dry skin, and you barely go tanning, so just sometimes.
So the other thing is, in regards to the products that we buy for our face to actually get a clearer skin, a lot of times they could actually be the things that are making you break out. So there has been times where I have my clear skin where I will decide, oh, I'm going to have just a night for myself. I'm going to do a facial, da-da-da-da-da. And then the next day I wake up and I'm breaking out. Now, there are people who will say, oh, well, it's because it's bringing, you know, all those impurities up to your skin and it's getting it out, da-da-da-da-da. You know what? I don't care. Like, because if I wasn't using it, that wouldn't be happening right now. So consider the things that you're using that you're actually trying to eliminate the acne with. They really could be exacerbating the problem. So especially like Clearasil and stuff like that. I mean, maybe their products have gotten better, but I know it used to make my acne worse.
So just don't use it, because if you have acne, then it'll just make it much, much worse.
Yeah, so that's like, okay, so bio oil. I use it as a makeup remover for my eyes, but if I'm not careful, it will cause me to get like, you know, a pimple down here or a pimple, you know, up here. So
that would hurt getting the pimple out, because when you like pop the pimples, like if it's near your eye, it'll hurt a lot.
But so if you're going to use something like this, it is an oil and it is used for multiple things, like stretch marks or scars and stuff like that. It's about $20.
Yeah, we used to use it for like my like I have a scar. When I got that scar, I was on my like skateboard and I fell on my knee and we used it. Like I still have that scar. It's like bruise that never goes away.
So at any rate, if you use bio oil, you might want to consider after you use it, or any kind of like oily based, you know, makeup cleanser, you might want to wash your face off with soap after you use it so you don't get breakouts. That's a lot of times what I end up doing. All right. Last but not least, soap. Soap will actually cause you to break out on your face. And you really may need to experiment with the soaps that you're using. So I use Olay, and I don't break out with Olay, but if I use like an Irish Spring or a tone or something like that, I tend to always, I don't know why. And I notice it, especially now because I have clear skin. I mean, it's very easy for me to target what's causing me to break out. So soap will make me break out if I'm not using the right soap. So you might need to go to a hypoallergenic soap in order to stop breaking out. Yeah, so conditioner, soap, makeup, oily products, you know, greasy foods. Try to, I don't know, I don't want to say stay away from them, but be careful of those products. And if you are, I think you will see a difference in your face. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if these things work for you guys or don't. Again, remember, give these things time. You're not going to see instant results. Nothing is like that. So you need to give some things it's going to take a couple of weeks, some things it's going to take months, because that's like water. You know, it might take you a good year depending on what your diet's been like in order for that water to really make a difference in your skin. So anyways, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.